We are on Eastern Parkway, Crown Heights. Welcome in for a rainy walk. It is December 2nd. It is, as you can see, raining. And it is not a warm rain. It is 40 degrees. It is a raw... It is just a raw rainy day. So today's weather is going to be raining all day, pretty much most of the day. And the rain will even get heavier at some point. And we are supposed to get a lot of wind. We're going to be walking down Eastern Parkway through Crown Heights. And then we're going to go down into Brownsville. We will take Pitkin Avenue. And then when we get down into Brownsville, we'll decide. Because at some point I got to turn around because of the battery, right? So let me tell you what's happening with the battery. My camera, this camera is 3 years old now. And unfortunately, these cameras, you know, they have the built-in battery. And once a battery cell goes, that's it. And in my last walk that I did on 86th Street, the battery was only running for about 50 minutes, full charge, and it kind of died on me. It's never happened before. So, we'll see what happens on this walk. That right there is the Brooklyn Museum. Now this time I brought the battery charger with me, so we shall be okay as far as battery power if that happens again. So, but you know how I like to do my walks. I like to keep my walks at an hour or a little more. This right here is Washington Street. We actually did a walk down Washington Street some time back. The side that I'm walking on right now is where all the apartment buildings are. If you walk on the other side, you're gonna, like I showed you, you had Prospect Park, you have the museum, you have the, I don't know if that's a school over there. But generally on the other side, you know, eventually we're gonna hit a park. There's gonna be a park over there. So I wanted to stay on this side because there may be more to see as far as, you know, people walking around and structures. Remember, it is raining now, so I don't know how many people are going to be out on this one. So. We are in the month of December. I had said this a couple of weeks ago. I said this, but December is going to be a little different than past Decembers on the channel. Usually what I've been doing is, you know, everyone gets into the Christmas spirit and does nothing but Christmas homes and all that stuff. I live in Sutter Heights where all the Christmas decorations are and stuff, but I said a couple of weeks ago we're going to be changing things around. We're going to treat December like a normal month. Now, we are going to do, you know, we're going to definitely do Christmas and stuff like that. But we're not going to just, you know, only do that. We are walking over the, I want to say maybe the Q and the B line right now. Could be wrong. There's some train tracks under that overpass we just walked. I'm not going to be able to pan the camera a lot. It's raining and I got to keep the camera under the umbrella. So. And I'll tell you what makes this walk really possible today is the fact there is no wind right now. Now, there is wind coming. It's supposed to get really windy. So right now there's no wind, which is good. People are going to notice the camera more because I am holding the umbrella. That tree was in the way. To put the umbrella down, I was going to walk right into the tree. But people see the camera in my hand a certain way. I have to hold it a certain way to keep it dry, so it's a more noticeable camera today. So this won't be one of my ninja walks. This right here is Bedford Avenue, and I didn't get the light. Looks like the light hasn't changed yet, but it will in a second. There we go. So like I said, we are in Crown Heights right now, and we're going to be walking into Brownsville. As soon as this light turns green and lets me start walking again. Bedford Avenue, by the way, we got to do Bedford Avenue. Bedford Avenue is the longest road through Brooklyn. It goes all the way down to Sheepshead Bay and goes all the way up that way. I think it comes in at like 7 miles or something. It's a ridiculously long road. As you can see, Eastern Parkway on my right here is like a Ocean Parkway, right? Yeah, Ocean Parkway, Eastern Parkway, Bay Parkway. So these are basically like parkways just right in the middle of the borough of Brooklyn that allow for large amounts of traffic and truck traffic to traverse through the area. We're gonna get stuck at some lights. I'm gonna have to try to manage this because I don't want to be always stuck at a long light. You know, this morning I was looking out the window and I was saying, yeah, today is the type of day you don't want to go outside. So what did I do? I decided I was going to go outside. So here we are. I thought that ambulance was going to come take me away. This right here, guys, is Nostrand Avenue. We did Nostrand Avenue. We went up from Sheepshead Bay, and we stopped down over by, stopped over on Flatbush Avenue. And that was a long walk, by the way. We could have kept going through here, right? Going down Nostrand Avenue right there. You can see you got all these walk-ups. Reminds me more of Sunset Park than Park Slope. Park Slope has the brownstones. I don't know if you would call these brownstones. Maybe some of them, like this one right here, is a brownstone. Now, I hope that I'm not foreshadowing. I really hope I'm not foreshadowing, but the last time I did a walk in the rain, this late in the year, I got sick. I had to run across. There was a truck coming. I didn't want to wait for that light. He kind of slowed down. He knew I wanted to take it. So I was going to say, the last time I did a walk in the rain this late in the year, I got sick and I missed Christmas. Here's the thing about that walk. That walk was earlier in the year. That was in November. It was November of 2023. It was It was Ocean Avenue to Avenue U, and it was during a nor'easter. And the temperature was 60 degrees, by the way. So it was 20 degrees warmer, guys. 20 degrees warmer. So I am hoping that I do not get sick. Now, I am, bundled up, but it doesn't matter, By the way, this is like a Jewish school over here. This whole block is just big Jewish schools. This is where, if you're following the news, if you're following the New York news, this is where all the competing protests have been happening. Free Palestine and Israel and all that stuff. You see a lot of pretty tense confrontations over here on the weekends. It's constant protests and stuff. Just to get across Eastern Parkway is like half a block. I mean, look at that. That's all the way. I gotta go all the way across there eventually. Now, when we get to, we'll see what happens when we get to Pitkin. It's been a long time since I've been on Pitkin Avenue, but pretty sure. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I can't remember, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to cross that long over Eastern Parkway to get over to Pitkin. Pitkin kind of runs diagonal into Eastern Parkway, so that's even if we get there, because like this is turning out to be a long walk right now. Letting you guys hear some of the sounds of the rain. You can see there is a big police presence right over there. That is another area that has a lot of protest issues. Sorry guys, I'm kind of trying to connect my battery right now just to keep it at a steady charge. Rain sounds like it's getting a little heavier right now. Let's see if the light's going to change over here at Albany Avenue. If it's going to change, I might cross over. Let's see. Yep, it's going to change. We're going to take it, guys. Let me show you how big this avenue is. I'm going to keep the camera pointed at the roadway just so you can see how far it is to get across. Like I said, it's like Ocean Parkway. There is something definitely wrong with my camera battery. I'll tell you, I plugged it in, right? And it was at 50%, which not even at 30 minutes, 50% is, you know, that's a lot of charge to lose. But not only that, I plugged it in and it's already up to 57%. So I will now use my, you know, tech background to tell you that means that the power cell is definitely dying on this camera, because when you have a charge that doesn't hold and then receives a lot of charge in a short amount of time, that means that the battery is starving. It's now up to 58%. So unfortunately with these cameras you have to replace them. I mean, it would probably cost as much as a camera just to put a new battery inside. So oh, look at that. We got a big puddle over here. I don't want to get hit with that water. Alright guys, we are officially in Brownsville. So we walked Crown Heights from, I don't even remember where we walked from. Let's just say I got off the train over at Grand Army Plaza and crossed over, and that's where I started walking. So pretty much from Grand Army Plaza, Prospect Park, and now we are in the Brownsville section. Crown Heights and Brownsville. Of course, important to note, Brownsville being the statistically most dangerous neighborhood in all of Brooklyn. That's another thing. You'll see a lot of cop cars parked around in this neighborhood. After today's walk, there's only one more neighborhood we have to hit in Brooklyn. Well, maybe there's two, but definitely one more neighborhood we would have to hit. And that would have to be East New York. That would be the last neighborhood. Now, of course, we have nowhere walked entire neighborhoods in Brooklyn, but I could safely say we've been through every neighborhood in Brooklyn once we get to East New York eventually. Got some road rage going on. That's what that was. Now this right here is Utica Avenue. Utica Avenue. In Eastern Parkway. I took the battery out also because got me up to about 65%. I'll tell you, this battery is washed. This battery has lost its life. You also have to factor in it is cold, so batteries are not going to last long in the cold anyway, so that's what's really a driving factor as well. So I gotta watch for that. All right, here's the park. We are not going to walk through this park, by the way. Actually, it's not that bad. Right, not right now, it's not. This right here is Rochester Avenue. So that suitcase we just walked by, I hope there's nothing in there. Or nobody in there. Well, I was gonna say way back there, but I didn't want to like be wrong. But I said we'll probably reach Pitkin Avenue somewhere at the 30-minute mark. So that is going to happen. So this is what I was telling you earlier. I gotta get my bearings over here. It's been a long time since I've been over here, but I know Pitkin's over here. I want to say to my right, as Eastern Parkway will continue through Brownsville and into East New York. We have to walk one more block. This right here is Buffalo Avenue. In case you're wondering what time it is right now, it is getting close to lunchtime, so it's not early out. I know it's raining. I definitely know that it's raining, but it just seems like a lot of people are not on the streets today. I hope I didn't miss a memo. I hope nothing's supposed to go down today that I don't know about. I mean, let's be honest. This is not my neighborhood. I would imagine it's more of a rain issue than anything. Now I know I'm gonna get that comment. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm like, oh, why don't you walk down here during like 11 o'clock at night? You know, listen, man. I value my life. Hell, I don't do a lot of walks in my own neighborhood at 11 o'clock at night. So. Ralph Avenue. All right, we're getting close, guys. We are getting close. That's how I know we're getting close to Pitkin, when you see Ralph Avenue. think we could cross, guys. Here we go. Peppo, right? Is that how we say it? Peppo. What's the time on this walk, man? 41 minutes. All right. Doing good. I got to pick a side, and I'm going to pick it based on the way the rain is hitting me. So we're going to go on this side over here. Winds are coming in off of the east northeast, so I don't want to have to get rain on the camera lens. So we are officially now on Pitkin Avenue. We have finished our Eastern Parkway portion of this walk. Say goodbye. Now this avenue is there's a lot of commercial on this avenue, a lot of commercial retail and food and stuff on this avenue. So a lot of stuff happening on this avenue. So we'll see what's going on today in the rainy weather. Oh, I want to get across. Oh, man, look at that light. That is ridiculous. That light just turned green and then had a 10-second wait window to get across. That's ridiculous. This is Howard Avenue. I'm stuck here, guys. I'll give you guys a 360 look at the corner of Howard and Pitkin, because I know 99% of you will never be in this area. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to cross, because it looks like this is more of a yield light. Let's see if I can get across here. Look at that. Never mind, huh? I was going to give you guys a look around, and never mind. Took my opening. Lindo Home Furniture. Ideal food basket. Looks like there's more stuff happening on that side, guys. Let's get over there. Let's not get hit by a car while we're doing it. And there's nobody on these streets either, man. Today was not the day to come here. At least I get you guys a nice rain walk. A rain walk with commentary through Crown Heights and Brownsville. We are on Saratoga. So I came over to this side of the street because there was a bunch of people, and then I came over and it's quiet now. I like to walk the streets and have people on the street, you know, but it's not happening right now. We got a deli across the street over here on Strauss and a rainbow shop. This is a closed down business right here. It's for rent. Shopper's World. There's some nice mural here on the whole side of this building. Look at that. Welcome to Brownsville. Well, we are at 49 minutes, guys. Oh, they got a Texas chicken and burgers here too, huh? We see a lot of those popping up in Bay Ridge. Rain is starting to pick up again. Let's check out some side streets. Let's see what the side streets look like. I think if I make a right down here, we'll end up down over on Sutter. And Sutter could be right down here, I believe. So we're gonna wrap up the walk anyway. So took you guys through Crown Heights and Brownsville. This will probably be the last rainy walk we do for the year. Hopefully I don't get sick. Could have walked down to Mother Gaston, but the problem, so I kind of started the walk too soon. That was a problem. Maybe I should have taken the train 3 more stops down to Utica and started it there. But we're running up at 53 minutes, I think. Now, for those of you who have just joined the channel, if you've never been on the channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. We also sell memberships, which help support the channel, and also, if you become a member, you get, if we get enough members, we have a few members, so I want to thank the members that have been supporting me, but if we get like a lot more members, we could start doing some, member only chats and stuff like that. So member only videos, stuff like that. Sutter Avenue. Now, some people out there are probably like, how do you know so much about Brownsville? I've been all over Brooklyn when I was a skateboarder. As an adult, I had no reason to come through any of these neighborhoods, but as a skateboarder, we had so many friends all over Brooklyn. Needless to say, I remember every street that I've been through in Brooklyn, but I'll tell you the one neighborhood I've never been to in my life, and that's the one we have to go to, is East New York. Where are we right now? We just passed Amboy Street. We're just filling in the walk time now. Just realized I've been walking behind that guy for a few blocks. I don't like to be walking right behind people the whole time because it's kind of slows down my pace, because I gotta, if they're walking my speed, then like it's, you know, I gotta run past them. And then if they're walking slow, I come right up on them. I'm kind of like, what's this guy doing? So let's recap, because we're going to be ending the walk eventually. I don't know where we're going to end it. But we started on Eastern Parkway in Crown Heights. We then got ourselves into Brownsville, which is where we are now. We eventually got onto Pitkin, and I decided to go down a side street. I don't even know what side street I went down. And we are now on Sutter. I'm just trying to keep the flow. This right here is Saratoga. We are now kind of tracing our way back. One thing I just realized, I have not cleared the camera lens off. I don't know if there's been any water on the camera lens. I apologize if that's the case. Unfortunately, you know, I got an umbrella in one hand, I got a camera in the other hand. I do tend to stop during my thunderstorm walks and clear off the lens, but I decided not to do that on this one. Decided to keep walking. I tell you, my feet are, they're not soaked, but they are wet. The bottom of my jeans are pretty wet from the knee down. The typical rain walk. Now, normally when I do rain walks, you guys know I wear shorts, because we usually do the rain walks in the summertime. But we're definitely not wearing shorts today. Looks like they're doing some street construction over here. We are at 58 minutes. We got plenty of battery actually, so we're gonna keep going. You guys want to see the neighborhood, so we're gonna keep going. I will definitely put in the description how many miles I walked, because I'll be honest with you, even though the walk is about to hit 1 hour, I am walking my quick pace. I am walking my really quick pace right now, guys. So I definitely covered a lot of ground today. We're going to be getting underneath the L in a moment. We're back at Ralph Avenue. East 98th Street. This is the Sutter Avenue station for the 3 line. I don't know, maybe those kids should be in school, right? All right, guys, we're going to be ending the walk over here because the battery is, well, it's not dead, but it's getting to that point. But we are over here on East New York Avenue. And this will take me back the other way. So I hope everybody enjoyed this walk. We went through Brownsville and Crown Heights, Eastern Parkway, Brownsville, well, Eastern Parkway, Pitkin, Sutter, East 98th Street, and we're going to end it here on East 98th. I guess we're still in the Brownsville section. So take care. Hope everybody stay dry, and bye-bye.